While only 2 of NSEP's current scholars live and go to school outside of Kathmandu, the rural hills provide the backstory to almost every one of them. Like so many Nepali people, many of our scholars and their families left their home villages and came to the country's largest city to seek work, education, and opportunity. When we embarked on a quest to find Ram Oja, one of our scholars who lives in the district of Dading, it was also a journey to discover a glimpse of the life left behind by so many. All it took was a couple of motorcycles and a sense of adventure. For those of us used to Google Maps and mailing addresses, rural Nepal is a bit of an adjustment. Our directions were to drive into the district center, cross the river, pass 2 chicken farms, and then ask whomever we saw where the Oja family lived. It turned out to be a surprisingly effective system. The first man we asked had very little idea who Ram Oja was, but he still felt it was his duty to help. He called out to his friend across the street, who called up to the man on the roof, who called down to someone else through the window of the next building, and soon half the district was out on the street trying to figure out over just which hill this little boy lived. We eventually found an answer and headed off in a new direction, on roads that became increasingly challenging. We continued asking for help along the way, took a few wrong turns and hit some bumps in the road, but eventually we found Ram's family's home. Ram, unfortunately, was away that day, but we spent a couple of hours with his family and neighbors who welcomed us into their home and shared with us stories about their life and the challenges they faced. While the setting was idyllic, life was far from it for a single mother raising 4 children, whose only source of income was what she could produce from the land, which she tilled each day by hand.
I would love to, if he study well, and for his future, it will be better maybe.
In all the work that NSEP does in Kathmandu, this trip reminded us of the need for greater access to education in rural Nepal as well, so that families such as Ram's might not be forced into making the difficult decision to leave their homes for the city.
For study or work, yeah, even I died, I always wish my children will be in a good place.
We are always assessing how our programs fit into the bigger picture of education in Nepal, and we never lose sight of this reality.